Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that I didn't get a chance to talk about in the earlier TitanFall video. So I'll be talking about some of the customizable options as far as your big, pilot ability. Which the things that you can choose from are Pulse Blade, which you're basically you throw a throwing knife and wherever it lands is essentially the area it reveals to you as far as where enemies are at. The next one is the grappling hook, which I think will be an all-time favorite because of the crazy things you can do. So you can grapple onto walls, get yourself higher. You can grapple onto the tops of ledges, so you can throw yourself over the ledge. You can grapple onto Titans, so you can get onto them easier. There's a whole bunch of that. There's also Hollow Pilot, which is the holographic copy of yourself. If that wasn't self-explanatory, it's just send out a hologram. The next one is Stim, which is locked and requires 65 currency to unlock, but it quickly heals you and boosts your speed for a short amount of time. So basically, you're going to be running around, you're getting shot at, you're going to get healed a lot quicker, you're going to be getting in and out of gunfights a lot faster. And then the final one is Cloak, which this is making a return from the first game, except it's 10 times harder to unlock. And essentially, you cloak yourself, so it makes you harder to see for pilots, and almost invisible to Titans, which is very useful to get out of, situations where you accidentally jumped in front of an enemy Titan and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? So it's that kind of a thing. And then as far as weapon customizability, you have the options of extra ammo, which is basically just more magazine capacity considering you have unlimited primary ammo. And the next one is Speed Loader, which is faster reload. Then you've got Gun Ready, which is like quick draw if you play Call of Duty. And well, if you don't play Call of Duty, quick draw is essentially you aim down sight a lot faster. And then you for certain weapons, I think it's only the Kraber as far as I know, but you get there's one that allows you to have the bullets ricochet off the ground, but that's that as far as the weapon customizability. And then as far as your grenades, there are a few different ones to choose from. And we're going to get into the really exciting one at the end of going through them. But there's the frag grenade, which is your typical explosive. There's the arc grenade, which makes its return from TitanFall 1. It stuns pilots and blinds Titans, and will only kill you if you're low on health. And then there's a new one called the electric smoke grenade, which basically creates a carpet of electric smoke. So if you walk into it, you're going to get damaged, and if you stay in it for long enough, you're going to die. It's basically meant to lock down certain areas. And then here's the exciting one, called Gravity Style. It pulls in enemies and projectiles before exploding. So if you've played Borderlands, it's like the Singularity Grenade, as far as how they're describing it. I haven't used it yet, but that's how I'm assuming it works. And then as far as the two tactical things, the two little tactical slots that you can customize, there is Power Cell, which your tactical is more readily available after your tactical is more readily available. I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm sorry about that. But that's what Power Cell does. So that basically means like grappling hook or whatever, getting back a lot faster. That's how I interpret it, because I don't know what some of these things are actually called as far as their slots. But the next one is Fast Regen, which your health regeneration begins sooner. So if you pair that with Stim, you basically, you're going to be regenerating health a lot faster. And I'm going to regret saying that for the certain people that watch this video and are like, hey, let's do it. And the next one we have is Phase Embark, which is quickly teleport into your Titan, which I don't know how useful that'll be, but, we'll see. The next slots are They are the kill report, which allows you to see where enemies die, and their locations will be marked on the HUD. And then the next one is wall hang, which this is something I haven't talked about yet, but the first Titanfall had the ability to wall hang if you aim down sight while you were wall running, and you just kind of sit there on the wall. The second Titanfall, however, has turned this into a little bit of a wall running ability kind of thing. Like, it's a slot that you can choose whether or not you want to do it. So if that's your kind of thing, you can like camp on walls for a certain amount of time, you can go for it. So that's what wall hang does. The last one is hover, which allows you to hover while you're airborne if you aim down sight. So it's essentially like wall hanging without the wall. And then that's as far as the customizability goes. You get 4 kind of predetermined classes that you can edit yourself, and then the last one is whatever the hell you want to do with it. And as far as the Titan's customizability, you have 2 different Titans to choose from. There's the Ion Titan, which its weapon is a splitter rifle. It drains energy to split the beam, increasing damage. And then it's if you just hold right trigger without holding left trigger, you're gonna fire in like kind of a straight line. And if you hold the left trigger and right trigger, you're gonna be kind of firing in a little bit wider of a spread. And then your right bumper ability is Laser Shot, which is a very precise laser. It does a lot of high damage, but it doesn't do a lot of it's very ineffective energy-wise, but it's very precise. It does a lot of damage. The Vortex Shield also makes its return, so if you didn't play Titanfall 1, it was essentially the shield where you could, let's say another Titan is shooting at you. If you were to activate your Vortex Shield, all the projectiles that were coming in would get caught in your Vortex Shield, and then when you let go of your left bumper, they would all fly back in the direction you were aiming. So you could essentially turn somebody else's projectiles against them. And then the Y ability is Trip Mine, which is laser triggered explosive mines. And the Titan Core ability is Laser Core, which is a heavy chest-fired laser cannon that can melt through the toughest armor. Alright, and then as far as the next Titan we're going to look at, which is the Scorch Titan, which its primary weapon is the T203 thermite launcher, and it basically launches a fireball, and it has arc to it. It's just not a straight fireball, but it launches fire, and its right bumper is a fire wall, which fires a directed wall of thermite. So how this works is you're gonna when you hit the right bumper, you're gonna slam your fist on the ground. And you're going to slam the right fist on the ground. It's going to create a wall of fire that goes from you straight forward. So that can be used either to deter people from coming through that area, or it can be used as a strictly offensive maneuver to deal some damage to an enemy Titan that's right in front of you. And then your left bumper is called a thermal shield, which instead of a vortex shield, it just melts incoming fire. And you can also use it as a close range ability. So if you just hold it up next to an enemy Titan, it'll damage them. And the last thing, which, well, I guess it's not the last thing, but it's the last, usable ability, which is the Incendiary Trap. And that, the way it works, which it took me a little while to figure it out, but you fire off a gas canister that'll sit somewhere, like wherever you launch it, it'll sit there. And then if you use the thermite launcher and launch a ball of fire into it, it'll actually ignite the area, and that's how the trap works. And then the core ability for this Titan is called Flame Core. And if you watch the trailer, Flame Core is essentially the double-fisted smackdown that erupts the ground like in a shockwave. That's essentially what it is. And we're going to talk about the Titan kits and the different unique kits that come with each different Titan. So we'll start with the Ion Titan. And the 2 basic Titan kits that come with every single Titan so far is the the assault ship, which increases your lethality, the turbo engine, which gives you an extra dash, and overcore, which gives you 20% core build time. And then the next ones are bubble shield, which your Titan is protected by a bubble shield upon its landing on the ground, and warp fall, your Titan just kind of warps in the battle. I haven't tested that as to how that one works, but it sounds interesting enough. Now we'll be looking at the specific kits for each Titan, which the Ion Titan gets its special little kit called the Ion Kit, and so you get to choose between two different ones. One of them is called Entangled Energy, which is non-split critical hits restore energy. I'm not sure how that works, don't ask me. The next one is Vortex Amplifier, which increases the Vortex shield's damage output, so whatever projectiles are coming towards you that you find back, they'll deal more damage. Which, you know, if that's your kind of thing, if you like using people's weapons against them, that'll be your playstyle. Now, as far as the Scorch Titan, you get the Scorch Kit, which has two different things in it, one of which being a Wildfire Launcher, which more fire is spread from the Thermite Launcher, which, if you like burning things, that's the way to go. Next one is Inferno Shield, which the thermal shield lasts longer and deals more damage. So if you're more of an up-and-close punching kind of Titan, that'll be your way to go. And one distinct difference between both of these Titans that are in this alpha, the Ion Titan gets one dash, and the Scorch Titan gets no dashes. So if you like evading more than you do being on the offensive and being up in people's faces, I would go with the Ion Titan. But if you like being, you know, a little bit further back and launching projectiles and burning the damage that's coming towards you and whatnot, I would go with the Scorch Titan. Those are my two personal recommendations as far as that goes. Now we've kind of talked about the customization options and whatnot. I'll get into what's actually going on in the gameplay behind me. And as far as that goes, this game mode is called Bounty Hunt. And what Bounty Hunt essentially is it's like the original TitanFall game mode, except it's got kind of a headhunter twist to it. So, essentially, the way it works, if you kill any AI, if you kill grunts, you get $10 put into your wallet. If you kill specters, you get $20 put into your wallet, and that's for each one of those that you kill. Now, if you kill an enemy player, whatever bounty they had, you get half of it. So now, let's say that there's an enemy player, and then this player has, let's say, a $300 bounty that they have, like $300 in their wallet. You kill them, you'll get $150 from their wallet. They'll lose $150, so when they spawn in, they'll only have $150. However, when you start the match, both teams have 0, and 2 drop zones of AI drop into the match. Now, you go around, you kill these AI, you'll get, you know, bounties, and then eventually you'll kill players, you'll get bounties, and then periodically through the match, you won't, there'll be 2 drop zones that'll drop in banks for you to deposit the cash that you earn, and the team with the most cash at the end wins. And also periodically through the match, the 2 different drop zones that are dropping AI will also drop in a kind of a mini Titan, which is called a Reaper, which you're seeing me shoot at right now. And this Reaper, it moves around a lot. So if you're not prepared to fight a Reaper, I wouldn't go and get Blazing, because that thing will just dash around you and just mess you up. And for AI, it's pretty good, but, you know, it's not too hard to take down health-wise, because it only has a single bar of health, so not too bad, not too bad. That's kind of how the gameplay is going. Background, there's a minute and a half of it left, which the enemy team's gonna win, but as far as that goes, that's that gameplay. I don't want to get into anything else right now, because if I do, then, you know, I won't have enough time to actually talk about it. But thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more TitanFall 2 Alpha content.
Heavy damage sustained.